Hi, this is Chelle of Chelle's Creations. Today I want to show you how you can stretch your paper stash using blending modes. We're going to be using the About a Boy kit today. In particular, I have three papers up: the About a Boy paper navy, the About a Boy paper grid, and the About a Boy paper stars. Let's go back to that About a Boy paper navy. Sometimes you don't really want a solid background like this navy paper, but you don't want something that's as exciting as these stars behind. Maybe that distracts with the pictures that you have. You can stretch your paper stash by combining the two. Let's take this paper star layer paper and drag it on top of our solid paper. Now we're going to use blending modes to combine the two. One of my favorites is multiply. Multiply takes the layer that is on top and mathematically computes it with the layer that's on bottom to kind of multiply the effect of the one on top. I probably wouldn't leave it this dark unless my pictures warranted it, but I would lower the opacity maybe down to something like 30%. Now you get the feel of the stars, so your resulting paper has a little bit of pattern to it, but not so much that it might overwhelm something that you've got going on. It's kind of a combination between a plain paper and your patterned paper. Another one of my favorite blending modes is soft light. Soft light combines, again, the two papers mathematically. Soft light, because this star paper has a lot of white in it, soft light will go ahead and make your background result a little bit lighter. You might end up lowering the opacity on that if that's not something you're looking for, but it just gives it a little bit of effect that way. You can do this with any of your papers. Let's go ahead and try it with this grid one. Drag the grid paper onto the solid blue paper. Let's change the blending mode this time to one called Color Burn. Color Burn makes the colors appear so much more intense, and I purposely picked the grid and the stars because they have a white background. They allow a lot of the original color to show through. Again, I would lower the opacity on this substantially so that it just showed up a little bit. It just gives that paper a little more personality than a solid blue paper, if that's what you need for the scrapping that you're doing. Experiment with some of the different layer styles. You can try screen. Screen substantially lightens. If the paper is white, it will substantially lighten your background paper, but it might be the look that you're going for. Overlay, soft light, multiply, color burn, screen, all of those are different blending modes that I use commonly when I'm playing with papers. Give it a try and see what you like. I used exactly this technique on this layout. When I first put this layout together, I had the grid paper with the hearts on it, but to me that was just kind of too much behind it. I wanted more color in it. I also tried just a solid pink paper behind that, but that again wasn't quite enough personality for the look I was going for. So I added the grid paper, but I changed the blending mode on it to multiply. I was able to leave the opacity at 100% on that. It just gave it a little more oomph, almost a solid paper, but not quite. If you have any questions, you can reach me at chelles.creations1@gmail.com. See you next time.